Disclaimer, the contents of this podcast minorly spoil respective storylines of characters in the Justice League as well as the Avengers. Also, the movie Logan. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Also, we say the F word a lot. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Flying Feathers podcast. My name is Nathan D. Gonder, and of course, joining me, as always, per usual, are my great buddies Donovan.
Hey.
And Chase.
Yo, what's up?
You guys, so before we start this episode, you guys read anything, watch anything, do anything new this week? Doesn't have to be related to comic books, so just a little bit of filler.
I started playing Rainbow Six again, Nathan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, for those of you listening, when Chase and I were roommates in college, he would play Rainbow Six and he would scream "Fuck you!" at the TV really loud at like 1 a.m, and it would always wake me up, and I would always just hear him go, "God, I hate this game!" Sorry, Nathan. Didn't mean to wake you up. That's not this ever.
That's like me.
I thought it was funny as hell. That's good, Chase. I'm glad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, during college, it was kind of like my only game I played. And I didn't play it I didn't really play it after college, and then, I just kind of felt like getting back into it, so I started playing it again.
I get that. I've been on a Minecraft kick for a while. You guys see how everybody's just fucking playing Minecraft again?
I'm playing Minecraft again.
Yeah, the game outsold Tetris.
I know, it's
Tetris.
Have you
what the fuck?
I know, it's insane, and I love it. Donovan, have you done anything new recently this week?
Not anything new, no.
I've been rereading Kingdom Come. If you guys ever want to read that, it's the comic book that is heavily, featured with Alex Ross's artwork, and it's real good. I'd recommend it. Did you guys hear about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
What about Spider-Man?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I've not heard about this case.
Oh, you talking about how he's not going to be in the MCU?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I heard that on the radio the other day. Sorry.
Disney, look, Disney is just going to buy Sony and everything's going to be fine.
So at first I was really pissed because I don't want Sony to make another Spider-Man movie. And I thought it was just really dumb, and I thought Disney tried to make some sort of a compromise and Sony wouldn't budge. But then I remembered that Disney owns most of the box office, and Sony is one of the few filmmaking companies that isn't owned by Disney or Time Warner. So they're just trying to actually do what they're supposed to do. And I just think it's really shady that Disney has Sony finance all of these films and do all of the work, and they still want 50% of the cut. So I think it's really crappy. I have a whole article about it on flamingohousefilm.com if you guys want to read it. I talk about who the best Spider-Man is, and I'm sorry if it makes you mad, but that's the damn truth. Not going to say who it is though, cuz you got to go read the article, please. Please read it.
You
Self-plug.
It'll put it'll put clothes on my back. It'll put bread on the table and whatnot.
Except none of us are getting paid for this.
It'll put the smooth, refreshing taste of Cayman Jack margaritas in my belly. Have a hot boy summer, everybody.
Hot boy summer.
But yeah, unfortunately, Tom Holland, it's looking like he's got 2 more movies. Possibly won't even be set in the MCU. And then Sony gets him back. I really don't want to see another Spider-Man reboot. I was really happy with Tom Holland. But, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Chase, you'll get your Green Goblin again. Chase, maybe by the time that Sony makes another reboot, you will be at the ripe age to play the Green Goblin, Chase, and you can start your acting. Your cinematic acting career.
Start my acting career as Green Goblin.
Yeah, be perfect. All right, guys. Well, I had you. I was in charge. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I was in charge of. I was in charge of the. Shut up. All right, guys. I was in charge of the format this week, and I chose captains. Yay, captains! We got a lot of captain superheroes. Yeah. Captain Superheroes, don't we, guys?
Very much so. The mini supers.
One of my
Captains.
favorite superheroes that happens to also be a captain is Captain Atom, which is the superhero that I'll be going with. Chase is going with Captain Marvel, and Donovan is going with Captain America, aren't you, Donovan?
Huh?
Because Donovan is a bugle boy. He's one of them. He's one of those company bugle boys in the United States military. Donovan, every time you speak, I'm gonna play a little bit from that Bugle Boys song. Is that okay with you?
Just in the background.
Donovan, say yes or no.
Sure.
Okay.
God.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh.
Donovan, what the hell is that?
Don't worry.
I think that was Phil Collins.
Is that another?
Shut up.
Another 5 seconds of copyright strike that you're gonna get us, Donovan?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It sounded like the right before the huge drum solo in.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. That will play into later when I talk about my captain, okay?
Okay. All right. So, Phil Collins is the official soundtrack of Captain America. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start us off. I chose, as I said, pay attention now, Captain Atom, or Nathaniel Atom, which I find really funny is his name. Is a superhero appearing in DC Comics. His original 1960s Charlton Comics name was Alan Atom, and his design was very reminiscent of the character Firestorm. The character was an original one by writer Joe Gill and co-writer / illustrator / comic book legend Steve Ditko. But when DC purchased the character, along with many other Ditko Charlton properties, the character got a revamp and a name change, and Nathaniel Atom was the new Captain Atom. His Firestorm-esque suit was also ditched for something a little stranger, a liquid metallic outfit that sits beneath his skin and can take shape whenever he needs it. Captain Atom's first DC appearance was Captain Atom Volume 2, Issue 1 in 1987, which is a post-crisis on Infinite Earth story. This is the New Earth version that I'm about to talk about. In 1968, Nathaniel Atom was a U.S. Air Force Vietnam War veteran and was framed for a crime that he didn't commit. A secret U.S. research facility was planning to do a secret U.S. research experiment with some cool, new, top-secret U.S. research stuff. And to avoid execution, Atom was subject to these tests. The tests were incredibly simple. Atom would sit in the hull of a crashed alien spacecraft, and officials would detonate a nuclear bomb underneath it to test how strong the material was. Does it make sense? Everybody got it? Everybody understand?
No, you're going to say that again.
They were doing a top-secret experiment where they were testing how tough alien metal was, and to test it, they detonate a nuclear bomb underneath it. Does that make sense?
Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Perfect way to test something.
enough.
The experiment resulted in Atom being completely atomized, wink wink, and then nothing was found of his remains. Until Atom began to reshape, his body melded with the metal from the spacecraft, and he was thrown into the future in 1986. His wife was dead, and the U.S. government refused to acknowledge his presidential pardon because everybody had accepted that Atom had died. Reluctantly, Atom agreed to serve under the U.S. government until his name was cleared of all charges. And once that succeeded, Atom left the military and pursued being a full-time superhero. He joined the Justice League and even led the Justice League of Europe. He had a grand old time. It was a good time.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah,
Just
go ahead.
real quick.
Yeah, do it.
What was he charged of again? You just said he was cleared of all charges.
Yeah,
I don't remember
I
you saying he was charged
honestly
with anything.
cannot remember.
It's Vietnam, man.
Well,
you weren't there.
I can't remember if it was I honestly, somebody correct me on this instead of be mean to me, but I think it was either a
Fucking be mean to him.
It was
Fuck this guy. Be mean to him.
It was either a war crime or just a murder or something like that. I honestly can't remember.
A normal crime.
A normal crime. A less, important crime. Anyway, that's the New Earth version. Then there's the Prime Earth version, which I'm pretty sure is the current one. And he's slightly different, but he's generally the same. He is Nathaniel Adams, serving in the U.S. Air Force, and he volunteered for the experiment conducted by the research facility Continuum under the character Dr. Megala, or however you want to read it. I've only seen it written. I haven't heard it spoken. Adam was designated to fly a vessel in a test for quantum interdimensional travel. During the experiment, Adam is completely atomized, just like the other version, and he's presumed gone. Not long after, though, Nathaniel Adam is completely reanimated, and he comes back as a nuclear energy-based life form. That being said, his powers are mostly nuclear. He does have super strength. I can't remember if he can fly, but I'm pretty sure he can. But anyway...
Captain Adam can fly.
What's
He
that?
can fly in TV shows.
Okay.
I think he can fly.
Okay, that's what... Yeah,
That's television, though. This is real life.
Well, anyway, so he does have nuclear abilities because the atoms that compose his body are constantly splitting and remerging, giving him constant power. However, his main weakness that he does have is using his powers too much, which can cause his body to become unstable like a nuclear reactor, and he can actually die if this were the case. Adam constantly serves with Continuum in order to understand his powers, which is still being discovered in comic books today. He is rejected by the Justice League because he is actually a very dangerous force, and because of his powers, could most likely even put Superman down very easily. Captain Adam's arch nemesis is Major Force, who is a man that was prosecuted for rape and murder, and he very much did commit them. He was subject to the same experiment that Captain Adam was, under slightly altered conditions. Basically what happened is that they added a lot more metal to the spacecraft to see if Major Force, or I can't remember his actual name, it's something really weird. His last name starts with a Z, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they just wanted to keep him from vaporizing like Nathaniel Adam did.
Clifford Zmek.
Clifford Zmek. Thank you, Donovan, of course. Clifford Zmek
problem.
was subject to this experiment, and of course it led to the same results as Captain Adam, and Major Force appeared 1 year after Captain Adam did. He inevitably goes against the U.S. government and goes completely rogue, though in some iterations, he is still affiliated with the U.S. government, who turns a blind eye to his brutality. You may notice that Captain Adam is a lot like Dr. Manhattan, Donovan.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, when Watchmen characters were originally supposed to be DC characters, Captain Adam was in the place of Dr. Manhattan. But when famous crazy elderly wizard / psychedelic drug user / generally pissed off person Alan Moore
/ normal human being
decided to rewrite them into original characters, he took inspiration from Adam's origin. But Dr. Manhattan is completely different in the way that he is more of a godlike, ethereal force that puts himself above humanity at times. Captain Adam's Prime Earth continuity was released in 2011, and it's still pretty relatively accessible. I'd check it out if you want. He also had brief appearances in Kingdom Come, Blackest Night, and Flashpoint, as well as the 52 multiverse. He was featured every now and then in Justice League Unlimited, which is how I became to know the character, and I think in one of those episodes he actually shows what happens when he overexerts his powers. And I'm pretty sure in that episode he was literally reduced to just like a piece of fabric. It was the weirdest thing. But that's my guy. That's my Captain Adam. I definitely think he is one of those characters that could be placed in the running with Superman, though I think he's very different because he, works under...
placed in the running, as in...
Well, you're looking at characters that are super overpowered, that generally only have one or two things that could stop them.
Okay.
But I think that Captain Adam is really nice because there is the version of him that works with the U.S. government, so he's kind of like Captain America. And then there's the version of him that, he still kind of works with the government, but he does his own thing. And he's still trying to find out what his powers are, still trying to find out who he is, because he's discovering new things as the issues go on. But yeah, he's just one of those characters that is completely not of this earth anymore, yet he's still incredibly human. So I would give him a look-see if you wanted to. But that's it for my captain. Next on the list is or I guess the second of three captains that work for the U.S. government that are beautiful, handsome hunk men. And that is Donovan's Captain America. Take it away, Donovan.
He has big old chest.
Right.
Holes.
Yeah,
He's a chunk.
so Captain America started off as Steve Rogers of, it was Brooklyn, New York. And, just kidding, motherfuckers. My hero is Captain
What are you doing?
Planet! My Captain Planet! Let me tell you about Captain Planet with the power
Donovan.
of the 5 rings.
Donovan.
Earth, wind, fire, air, and heart. Let me tell you about heart.
Donovan, stop! I'm gonna have to cut all this.
No! Captain Planet had a kick-ass name, a kick-ass power, a bunch of cool songs. You know who wrote Captain Planet's theme? Let me tell you who wrote Captain Planet's theme.
Fine, tell me about it. I
who
clapped in the audio so I know where to fucking cut.
Let me tell you all about who wrote Captain Planet's theme song.
Donovan, do
By a
Captain
man-
America!
Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. So, you have Steve Rogers.
Okay.
Steve Rogers is a young, scrawny boy from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York is, not so crazy, not so fan. I don't fucking know. I've not been to New York. East,
Donovan, are you just
asthma,
ranting off the top of your head right now?
a little bit?
Do you have anything written down?
To be honest,
Donovan,
no.
just give me what you have written down. Did you write anything down? Just give me what you wrote down.
Yeah. I wrote stuff down. Hold on.
Fucking hell. This is unusable.
Okay. Look, I'm sorry, alright? I'm really trying right now, alright? It's been a frantic work week. I have to be in charge of like 13 dudes. It ain't cool anymore, man. But, okay. Alright. Oh, those aren't it. Hold on. That's just not the notes.
Do you just want me to do you want me to do you want to re-record it later?
No. Hold on. There it is. Okay. Alright, I'm ready.
Was
Are you ready?
Velcro?
Alright, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, please.
Alright, let's go. Nope, that's not it. God damn it. That's just an advertisement.
What are you
for TikTok.
playing?
Dude, I'm sorry, okay? I'm trying to get some ambient World War
Get
II
your
sounds
shit
going
together.
on that are... I'm trying, I swear, alright? TikTok doesn't look so
Is this
bad.
why you didn't fucking talk to me earlier when I asked you if you had things ready for Captain America and you didn't text me back?
Okay. Alright. Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
Gosh, okay, go.
Okay, can I go?
Yes.
Alright, cool. So, Captain Planet, right?
Fucking
Captain
hell.
Planet has the power of Mother Gaia, who bestowed down onto 5 random children all across the world, known as the Planeteers. The Planeteers consist of 5 kids from 5 different nations. They each have their own personality, and they're fucking great, and they're all voiced by good voice actors, such as Kwame, voiced by LeVar Burton. Who was LeVar Burton? LeVar Burton was best known as Gordia LaForge in Star Trek The Next Generation. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's the cyborg or the character that had the visor across his eyes. Pretty cool stuff. He also had to be the host of the long-running children's series of Reading Rainbow. Good stuff, right?
Dude, that was good stuff. I loved that shit when I was in fucking school. Reading Rainbow?
Eat it,
Yep.
Dope.
Kwame's power was to control the power of Earth, and he was the unofficial leader of the Planeteers. Really, they had no absolute leader. They were just their own thing.
Okay, is that
Joey
all you have?
Dido.
God.
Oh no, Joey Dido is an American voice actor. He voices Wheeler. What does Wheeler do? Wheeler wields the power of fire. What? Fire? Oh my god, Captain Planet!
Okay, is that all you
Linka is voiced by Kath Sosi from the Soviet
you,
Union.
man.
However, after the communist regime's collapse, Linka would later become from a different part of Europe. They never really specified. Linka has the power of
Donovan, I'm
Gay! Voiced by Janice Kawi, hailing from China. Gay controls the power of water. Gay, G-I, Guy,
Oh,
Gee.
okay.
I don't know. And then you have Mati, voiced by Scott Menville. From the Amazons of Brazil, Mati wields the power of heart. With the ability of heart, he gives life to Captain Planet and can talk to animals. That's cool as fuck.
That sounds just like a overcomplicated version of Care Bears.
You don't know shit! The eco-villains are a small group of antagonists that essentially harass Captain Planet as well as the entire planet. Now, the point of Captain Planet, before I continue any further, was when the fact that times when children cartoon series were a major thing and not eco-terrorists, but surprisingly supportive eco-people, everyone wanted to recycle suddenly all this stuff when it was a big thing. So the media realized, let's combine 2 favorite things. Recycling and animated cartoon shows, and they put them together, and you get Captain Planet, taking inspiration from the popular X-Men series, animated X-Men series, and the animated Batman series at the time. Mind you, Captain Planet wasn't just a short-lived thing that became a meme. It had 113 episodes. 6 seasons of this show went on, and it was great. It had a little bit of a remake that was a little more dark and gritty, but not so much. It was more of like dealing with harsher problems and all that kind of stuff. There was a script written for a Captain Planet movie that was called Planet, which was then called Dark Planet, which was supposed to take place in an apocalyptic world, and then some stuff happened and they lost the script. Weird, right? That was before computers had everything, and I do mean everything. Do you know the kind of shit you can find on the internet? Holy hell. Back to where I was going, the eco-villains. They were basically a group of bad guys. The bad guys, all they did was harass Captain Planet, and they all represented their own crazy thing about the world that was just kind of generally fucked up. My favorite eco-villain is hilariously named Duke Nukem. You know, Duke Nukem.
No,
I'm here to kick
really?
ass and chew bubblegum. You know, Dick Kickem.
Yes.
Dick kick 'em. Dick kick 'em.
Yes. Okay.
Duke Nukem's thing was a radioactive mutant who represents the misuse of nuclear power. You had all sorts of crazy villains, some of them voiced by very famous people. Like, fun fact, Mother Gaia was voiced by Whoopi Goldberg, and then was voiced later on by somebody else. I can't remember at the time. I'm not going to look it up, because I'm already scrolling through the Wikipedia page, because, hey, Nathan, guess what? I didn't write shit.
Okay.
Here's a fun thing.
I bet
Sting.
it's fun. How fun is it, Donovan?
Yeah, Sting was the voice actor for one of the villains too. Like, you get surprisingly amount of amazing voice actors and like very, very talented people that just did their voices for Captain Planet. Like Jeff Goldblum had a part in it. He was a villain for a while.
Nice.
Which villain was he again? I think he was. Yeah, he was the Venomous Scum. In 1990, and then Maurice Marchi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. So, Nathan, you were talking about how Captain Atom had his, basically had like a supervillain that was essentially the same thing as him, right? So did Captain Planet. Captain Planet had Captain Pollution. Oh, yes.
Scary.
Captain Pollution had the exact same powers as Captain Planet, just kind of reversed. See, whereas there's 5 children that had power rings, there was 5 eco-villains that had their own power rings. The super radiation ring, the deforestation ring, the smog ring, toxic ring, and the hate ring. You know,
Nice.
basically all the counterpart to all the
'Cause
other
that
shit.
has to do with the environment.
And with their spite combined, they formed Captain Pollution.
Okay. So it was
Captain
Voltron.
Planet. Do what?
So it was like Voltron, but bad for the planet.
Sure.
Voltron, but bad for the planet.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing, though, is that because of Captain Planet, it raised awareness for eco-supportiveness and all that kind of stuff. It also became a great big thing, and it put mullets back in fashion, so thank God.
Put what back in fashion?
Mullets, you know, party in the
Yeah.
front.
Oh,
Fuck,
mullets.
fuck
Talking
it
about
up.
mullets,
Business in the
Donovan.
front, party in the back.
Okay. I thought you said bullets. No, that didn't make any sense.
I mean, bullets are pretty in fashion.
I need to take a piss after that. So
Okay, cool.
when we get back, Chase will be doing Captain Marvel, and yeah. So I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys. in a
Definitely.
second.
All right, Nathan's gone again. Today's episode is brought to you by Shut Up. Just shut up. Stop talking. When I'm speaking to you, you don't say a thing. You listen to the words coming out of my mouth, and you go on with it. And when I am done talking, I will let you know, either verbally or non-verbally, sometimes with a nod, sometimes with me gesturing with my hands, that it is your turn to speak. And guess what's going to happen when you speak? I am going to shut up. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back after what I'm sure was a beautiful advertisement by Donovan.
No, what are you talking about?
Once
he
again.
didn't do an advertisement this time. We just talked about how Logan died, that's all.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, all right, good. I'm glad. We got to do that once per episode, I suppose. Okay, Donovan, thank you. once again for that riveting entry with Captain Planet that I will now have to incorporate into this podcast. One less reason for people to listen, I suppose. Yeah, Chase. So we still got Captain Marvel from our lovely buddy over here, which is going to be great because, as everybody knows, she just had a film that came out this past year. And it's, I still haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's I'm sure it's one of those flavor of the month films. But anyway, people like Captain Marvel. Chase, please take it away.
So, Captain Underpants is a really cool children's book series that, what?
Don't.
What do you mean?
Don't. I'm serious. Don't do Captain Marvel.
No, you said Captain Underpants.
I said no, okay, this isn't funny anymore, guys. I said Donovan was supposed to do Captain America,
Nathan,
and Chase was supposed to
you.
do Captain Marvel.
No.
Nathan,
you guys don't talk to me about any of this stuff, and now you want to do
you said
no,
and quote.
Shut up! Now you want to do Captain Underpants and Captain Stupid-Ass Planet.
You clearly said choose Captain Underpants. You're suppressing the memory
message,
right
now.
Donovan,
the text message.
I didn't say that. I'm looking at the text message
said,
right now.
Nathan, you're lying to make yourself look cool.
All right, fine. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Well, I'm gonna do what you told me to do, and then that's what I'm gonna do.
Fine, do Captain Underpants. Fine.
All right, Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants. He's a really awesome, very awesome, flushed out character with great character and great superpower.
And he has underpants. The end.
And he has underpants. Yeah,
All right.
exactly. He's awesome underpants. So this starts out in an elementary school with two kids. These two kids love to pull pranks, and they start doing these pranks, like switching the letters on the outside, school sign, they used to have back in the olden days, before they were all digital. And they also even pulled pranks at a football game, like putting black pepper in cheerleaders' pom-poms and filling the football with helium so it floats off. Which is, funny, hilarious.
Yeah, real funny.
This causes those two kids to get in trouble. And the big, bad, meanie Mr. Krupp, he's the principal. He, he's the one that gets him in trouble. And he says, you guys, I have recordings of you guys, and I'm gonna show them to the entire football team and their parents if you don't do what I say. So he's blackmailing these kids. He's blackmailing these kids because they caused the football team to forfeit the game. After a couple of weeks of doing whatever Mr. Krupp says, they happen to come across a ring, a certain 3D hypno ring. During one day of doing extra homework and staying after school, they arrive late to, I think, Mr. Krupp's office, and they use this ring on this big bad meanie principal, and they hypnotize him. They make him do some funny stuff like cluck like a chicken and sing some songs, I think. And then they have the greatest idea ever. They said, let's turn him in. Let's make him the character from our comic books that we wrote, because these two kids are very imaginative and they create comic books. And they said, yes, let's do it. So George Beard and Harold Hutchins, the creators of Captain Underpants, hypnotized their principal, Mr. Krupp, into becoming the real Captain Underpants. So after he strips down to his underpants and dons a cape, he jumps out the window. What?
You said Don.
Donovan, shut up.
He dons a cape. Yes, Donovan, very much so. And he jumps out the window. They're like, oh crap. So they have to go try and get him. And then he actually goes and finds some illicit activities, like two people robbing a bank. He tries to stop them. And then the cop that showed up that arrested the robbers and also tried to arrest Mr. Captain Underpants. Both George and Harold witness this robo dude stealing some crystals. And then his his cape gets caught, and then he takes George and Harold with him. And then they go to an abandoned warehouse. They find out that this man is called... Nope, here it is. Meet the evil Dr. Diaper. They meet evil Dr. Diaper. He plans to transform... He wants to do something with the moon to destroy every major city on the Earth, so he can take over the planet. Eventually, obviously, he loses. Poor evil Dr. Diaper. He loses, and Mr. Krupp gets some water spilt on him, and he becomes Mr. Krupp again. And
so his weakness is like water or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep, water.
That's interesting, Chase.
Yep, it is. Yep, water. It's not like kryptonite or something. It's like that's stupid right there.
Shut up.
Water's where it's at.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna go into the massive amounts of different books. He has some great titles and some great stories that are absolutely awesome. So the first one that I just talked about is The Adventures of Captain Underpants, which was published in 1997. So it's actually older than I am by 2 years.
Yeah, Chase is a bean.
I am a bean. And then number 2, which is actually as old as I am, was published in 1999, was Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets. That one is pretty self-explanatory. Talking toilets attack the fucking Earth, and they have to stop them.
Fantastic.
Yep, it is. Yep, it's talking toilets, man. It's almost like the Jimmy Neutron episode where with the autonomous pants.
Look, there's only one person listening right now, and it's me because I'm editing. Because I'm editing the podcast. That's the only person listening to this podcast at this point. Donovan said Captain Planet, and everybody closed their browser.
Fuck you. I think everyone opened their browser.
Well, I think once they hear Captain Underpants, they're going to open it back up.
Yeah, go on. Go ahead. More Captain Underpants. Everybody loves Captain Underpants.
All right, more Captain Underpants. Book number 3, which is actually probably one of the most important books in the series. It's a 12-book series, by the way. And it's called Captain Underpants and the Invasion of the Incredibly Naughty Cafeteria Ladies from Outer Space.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Which is also published in 1999, oddly enough. So that one's old as I am, too. So, basically, that one is... Some aliens land on the roof of the elementary school. George and Harold pull a prank on the lunch ladies. And then eventually the lunch ladies are so embarrassed that they quit. The aliens come dressed up like women, and they come to Mr. Krupp and like, hey, I want to be a lunch lady. And Mr. Krupp's like, okay, fine, be lunch ladies. So he hires aliens. He hires aliens! And so after that... the cafeteria people turn everybody into zombie nerds. The names of the aliens are Zorks, Clax, and Jennifer. So that's lovely.
Yeah, very creative.
Yep, very creative. I think it's very funny because it goes a lot through real comedy, and 2 of them are actual alien names that we wouldn't hear of, and then one is just Jennifer. It's very, very comedic. Very comedic. So, yeah, they turn everybody into zombie nerds, and then they try to take over the world with their zombie nerds from an elementary school in Ohio. I don't know why that's important, but it is. They're in Ohio.
Excellent.
Woo! So, this is actually the part in the book series that Mr. Krupp, a.k.a. Thine Captain Underpanties... he gains super abilities by one of the juices that the alien people create. And he gains the power of flight. He gains the power of... Let's see. It was flight, super strength.
Doesn't he have like a super strong elastic waistband or something?
Yeah, he does have that.
Yeah.
The power to overcome spray starch. Wedgie power, 100% cotton-powered vision, which is a good one.
What does that even mean?
He can see cotton, I guess.
That's great. Cool. I'm glad for him.
Yeah, but it's it's great because, if you go to meet Captain Underpants and you're not wearing cotton underpants, then are you really even a fan? He doesn't even need to meet you. He knows if you're wearing cotton underpants.
How dare you even try to waste his time by
yeah,
wearing the
exactly. Like, why would you even try that? That's stupid. Anyways, So the next book is the Captain Underpants and the Perilous Plot of Professor Poopy Pants. That one is the one the movie is based off of. And that was published in 2000. Then you got The Wrath of the Wicked Wedgie Woman. And then my favorite is The Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Booger Boy, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 is The Night of the Nasty Nostril Nuggets, and then Part 2 is Revenge of the Ridiculous Robo Boogers. And then you got number 8. Book number 8 is Preposterous Plight of the Purple Potty People. That one's a good one.
Excellent.
I like that one.
Yeah. Right.
And then you got The Terrifying Return of the Tippy Tinkle Trousers. Oh, the Terrifying Return of Tippy... Fucking bitch. Terrifying Return of Tippy Tinkle Trousers. God dang it, that was hard. And then Revolting Revenge of the Radioactive Robo-Boxers. The Tyrannical Retaliation of the Turbo Toilet, 2000. And then The Sensational Saga of Sir Stinks-a-Lot. That's book number 12. There are some other books, Underpants spin-offs, Adventures of Super Diaper Baby, and some activity books and stuff like that, like Extra Crunchy Book o' Fun, all new Captain Underpants. Oh, and there's an Extra Crunchy Book o' Fun too. And you got one of those ones that has a bunch of stickers in it. That's always the fun one, right, Nathan?
Woo! Yeah, no.
Yeah, see?
It's great. I'm having fun now.
Yeah. So that's a lot on him. There was one thing I wanted to say. Oh, yes. In the actual comic books within the book. Comic books within the books. You understand? You following me,
yeah,
Nathan?
they write comic, like, there's certain chapters dedicated to, like, being comic books that the kids wrote or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Very good. Yep.
Yeah.
Those ones are always my favorite part, Nathan.
Yeah,
my favorite part.
I read Captain Underpants a lot when I was a kid, and those are my favorite parts too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in those, he actually had no identity. Captain Underpants. He was a full-time Captain Underpants. He was never anybody else, and he would watch day and night all over the city to make sure nothing went wrong. And if it did, then he was there to help the city. But his origins in the comic books, within the books, if you're still following me, Nathan.
Yeah, I'm following loud and clear, Chase.
He actually comes from a planet, right?
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
He comes from a different planet.
Planet?
He comes from a planet called Underpanty World. Now, since this planet was ending due to the Wedgie Warlords. Those guys are scary. Wedgie Warlords. Using a giant spray can of starch. That just ruins Underpants, you know?
Yeah,
it just
that's
ruins
his
it.
weakness.
It always does. Spray starch is just, it's bad. So, his parents, Daddy Long Johns, and Princess Pantyhose, sent him to Earth. Hey, quit it. Sent him to Earth before the people on the planet perished by the spray starch. So basically, he's Superman.
Yeah, he's Superman. That's the thing.
But yeah, that is the lovely Captain Underpants. He can pick up a car, and he can also slingshot his underwear in your general direction, and most likely hit you because he's a great shot.
Okay, look. I didn't give a fuck about Captain Planet growing up, but I really loved Captain Underpants. And I'd say that, like, I spent so many hours of my 7 to 11-year-old life reading Captain Underpants books.
Oh yeah, I did too. I had every single one of them, except I didn't know they actually came out with more, because I think the last one that I actually owned was hang on. It was, I think, because I don't remember, I think I might have had the Radioactive Robo-Boxers one. That's number 10, and I think they came out with 2 more. Yeah. Oh, no, fuck me. No, they didn't. Holy shit. Okay. No, I think I only had up to up to number 8 because that came out in 2006, and then from in succession 9 through 12, they were published 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. So I did not own those, and that's the Tinkle Trousers, Robo Boxers, Turbo Toilet 2000, and Sir Stinks a Lot. So I'm actually missing 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I had like 6 or 7 of them. I don't think I had the full 12, but, you know, I wanted to. Mm. He makes like a dog. One of the, like, they make like a book about dogs.
Yeah, they remade the dog. It's just called Dogman.
Yeah, Dogman.
Yeah. It was by the same people, and they just, after Captain Underpants was done, they just made Dogman.
Kept doing stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, join us next time when Chase does Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I just do nothing but books now from now on.
Have comic-related books. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much. What a privilege. Before we end anything, of course, you know what we gotta do? This is gonna be a shit show. You know what we gotta do now? Yeah! We gotta ring the bell. Whoa, all right, ring the bell. Captain Adam, Captain Planet, friggin' Captain Underpants. Here we go. Okay, guys, you've got Captain Adam, you've got Captain Planet, and you've got Captain Underpants.
Yes.
The 3 of them are in a room, a large room. We've settled on a school gymnasium. There's no windows. And whatever the character's weakness is what prevents them from leaving the room. So for Captain Adam, if he leaves the room, he'll absorb too much nuclear radiation, okay, how about this? The force that it would take for him to leave the room would make him overheat, and then he'd kill himself. For Captain Planet, there's plastic straws littered all around the building. And
it's just a room made of plastic straws for him.
And not only that, but it's in the oceans. Captain Underpants.
I feel attacked right now. You are making me have a disadvantage.
So we are in a heavily sealed gymnasium that is in the ocean full of plastic straws. You know, that's a setting.
Plastic straws covered in spray starch.
Covered in spray starch, yeah, okay. Plastic straws that were used to peel potatoes. So we are in this room. You've got Captain Adam in one corner, Captain Planet in another corner, and Captain Underpants in the third corner. If you could split it up into 3s. Okay, guys, who wins? Can I give my argument first?
Captain Planet.
Captain Adam wins. What are you talking about, dude?
Bullshit. Captain Planet fucking wins.
No, dude. Look at how the planet is gonna die. It's gonna be from nuclear war. Captain Adam fucking kills Captain Planet. Murders him.
No, you're already putting me at a disadvantage then by saying that the whole world is full of radioactivity.
Okay.
That's putting me at a disadvantage right now.
Okay, so why does Captain Planet win, Donovan?
Because he gets his powers from the planet. He has fought guys that are radioactive on a basis. He does it frequently. Duke Nukem is literally made of radiation right now.
Okay,
he's not afraid of some pussy boy that fucking crybaby McPiss Pants traveled in time and doesn't want to confess to his murders. Ooh.
Donovan,
fuck him. Captain Planet fucking wins.
Nothing you're saying is supporting how Captain Planet wins. You're just saying words.
Captain Planet wins.
No.
Hey, no. Captain
no.
Planet. Hey, shut up. Captain Planet wins. Ringing the bell, calling it.
If Captain Planet gets his powers from the Earth, then Captain Planet's screwed. Donovan, the rainforest is on fire right now. Nothing.
That's one of many rainforests, and I get it. The Amazon is going down, and now it's fucking out. Guess who did that shit? Captain fucking Planet.
There's like 3 rainforests, dude. There's not a lot of them. Oh my gosh, no, Captain Planet is screwed. Okay, all right, so...
Captain Underpants would give you both the biggest motherfucking wedgie of your entire life, and both of you would be tapped out.
Yeah, and then Captain Underpants would succumb to total body cancer from touching Captain Adam. No, Captain Underpants, I'm sorry, Chase, Captain Underpants is not going to win this one.
No way, no.
Captain Underpants is going to get
man.
ripped asshole to elbow.
No way, dude, he'd give you the biggest wedgie. All right, he has super strength. Think about how far.
Okay, let me say this for you real quick.
Go, all right,
Captain Adam doesn't wear underwear.
Oh yeah, Donovan. Captain Adam doesn't wear underwear either. Okay, Chase. All right. What else is
Okay,
Captain
Captain
Underpants
Planet
gonna
is
do?
from the 80s, dog. Captain Planet is from a fucking time, all right? Like, from the 80s and shit. Or, sorry, from the fucking 90s or
Yeah,
whatever.
you're
You
right,
think
Donovan,
he's scared
that
of
is
a
a
little
time.
bit of a wedgie? No. He wears that shit.
You know
I
why?
guarantee he's got the baby powder up in that shit. He's fine.
You know what? You know, he's actually gonna get sprayed by the water in the ocean spray from outside, and he's gonna turn into Mr. Krupp, and then he's gonna fucking put you both in detention because both of you are gonna be so scared shitless. Because what happens is Captain Planet doesn't know this, but he's gonna accidentally snap his fingers right before the
Nathan.
nuclear bomb goes off, and he's gonna turn back into Captain Underpants.
What does
and then he'll be fine.
What does Mr. Krupp have the Infinity Gauntlet, Chase?
No, but that's how they turn them is they snap their fingers. That's how you turn them into fucking Captain Underpants.
Okay, Donovan.
That'd be a
what
great
else you
meme
got?
though.
Nathan, Captain Planet has the power of molecular changing. He can shapeshift and alter his structure to take on any properties of any fucking element or material, as well as transmuting other objects in a similar fashion. He can just touch Captain Atom and turn him into piss. I hope you know that.
Donovan, that's not how that
your
works.
Yes, it does.
No, I think you just contradicted yourself. He said he can transmute into anything, not he can transmute
I'm looking at,
anything.
Let me tell you this. I'm looking at the Captain Planet wiki. Yes, that exists.
Oh, what a
His
credible
power
source,
is-
Donovan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his powers include invulnerability. What the fuck does Captain Atom have? Not invulnerability. Suck it.
Captain Atom's
Yeah, but
skin
isn't he
is made
just
of metal.
literally... Dude, he's literally just a bunch of splitting atoms. I think he's pretty much invulnerable.
He's a constant nuclear bomb, Donovan.
And?
What do you mean, and? What else do you need?
Just, I don't care.
Okay, fine.
He's
All
made up
right.
of atoms. He can just...
We've reached an impasse. This fight's been going on for hours, maybe days. This is the part where we put it on the audience to tell us what they think. Who's gonna win? A man made of nuclear bombs, a man painted in blue and green, or a man that's just wearing his freaking underwear? And he's
Don Cheadle,
Hey,
man.
and a
please.
cape, damn it!
Yeah, he's wearing a cape. All right, you can't get water on him. Okay, let me put that in mind for you. Is that one of them is going to choke on plastic straws? Quit using plastic straws, by the way. They're really bad. If you can't, if you can stop using plastic straws. Stop using them. Also, don't throw things away. Or a man who is literally a
Just
school
don't throw 'em away at all.
principal shaped like an egg who takes on the mantle of a man who wears underwear and he can't get wet. Yeah, you tell me who wins. You tell me who
Just
wins
fucking
this fight.
call him an egg, you son of a bitch.
He looks like an egg. Okay, he's an egg with a toupee. All right. So tell us who wins. Tell us who wins that fight. I look forward to your answers of Captain Atom.
Oh no, everyone's gonna vote for fucking Captain fucking Underpants, man.
The people who vote for Captain Underpants are chumps. I'm calling it right now. They're typing Captain
Nathan,
Underpants
you're
right now.
hurting our audience's Nathan. You're hurting our audience's feelings.
They're
all right?
typing Captain
Let me go ahead and
Underpants.
just address the audience real quick. Listen, if you don't vote for Captain Planet, you're wrong. You're hurting the environment.
Look, what's happening is that they're voting for Captain Underpants or Captain Planet right now, and they heard me call them a chump, and now they're just gonna backspace, and they're just gonna close out of the window
They're
completely.
gonna backspace and be like, okay, fuck Captain Atom. They want Captain Planet.
Yeah, I'm sure they want Captain Planet. I'm sure they want an obscure '90s character that got canceled.
Oh yeah? Well, guess what? He was in an episode recently of a pretty well-known cartoon show on Cartoon Network called OKKO. So suck it. What has Captain Atom been on recently?
The Justice
Nothing.
League.
Ooh, the Justice
Oh.
League. Ooh. When the fuck was the last episode of the Justice League, Nathan?
I don't know. It was like 2005.
Oh yeah, so suck
Yeah,
it,
see,
because my
and guess what?
last one was in 2015.
Yeah, and
bitch.
guess what, Nathan? You're even contradicting yourself because you're wrong. 2005 was not the last time that he was on television. The fucking Flashpoint Paradox was the last time.
Oh
he was on
yeah,
television.
he was in.
You don't even
Flashpoint.
know your own.
He
hero,
wasn't even
bitch.
Captain Atom
I
in
do.
Flashpoint though.
Yes, he was.
Okay, whatever.
He had the costume and the fucking red star and all that.
I'm
shit.
sure.
Eat
All
my
right.
dick.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. So let us know who you think wins this episode. It's great. It's been a good one. Okay. Well, as always, my name is Nathan Degonder, and joining me are people that I know, Donovan,
Go Planet!
and of course Chase.
Tra-la-la-la, bitch.
Yeah, Chase is here. Yes, but once again, thank you for joining. This has been the Flying Feathers podcast. Expect another episode next Friday. And here, hold on. Let me. God, I forgot to get the thing. Okay. We will see you guys next time. And to quote the famous superhero, the Tick, spoon.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a good time.
Hey, did you like this podcast? I know I didn't. But if you want to know more about it and keep updated with us, we have an official Instagram and Twitter page, which will be linked below. Expect a new episode next Friday. Hopefully.